Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the Introvert Dating Success Show, courtesy of introvertdatingsuccess.com. I'm your host, Coach HarryWilmington, and this is the show, and that is the website where you can go to learn how to attract women as your authentic introverted self while still getting your precious alone time. And on today's show, we're going to be answering a question from a guy who's been dating a girl for a while, and he's curious as to why she hasn't posted any pictures of him and her together on her social media platforms. The joys of the future and the newfangled social media. Remember back in the day, like in we'll say the 90s and the 80s and stuff like that, where like you didn't have to post with somebody, or posting wasn't even a thing back then. So this whole showing your mate online thing wasn't a thing. But once it became a thing in the early 2000s, all of a sudden it's like a big deal. And especially with women, it's interesting. It's interesting because they post a lot of stuff up there, and it's not always the best stuff. But especially when it comes to dating guys, guys start to wonder what's going on. So we're going to answer that in a minute. First off, for more of these shows, you can go to introvertdatingsuccess.com as well as iTunes and YouTube. Also, the show that you're watching and listening to right now, you could have heard this show a week ago if you had been a patron on Patreon. So if you'd like to get access to these shows before anybody else, go to patreon.com/introvertdatingsuccess and become a patron. It's a great way to support the show, and it's a great way to get access to these shows early. If you want to support the show, you can also go to the website and click on the tip jar tab and click on any one of the links under that tab to show your support. By the way, if you have a question you'd like answered on one of these shows, you can write me by going to the website, clicking on the contact tab, and sending me a message. All right, let's go ahead and get into this guy's message. And it goes a little something like this. So he says, I've been with my girlfriend coming up on a year. She is a complete knockout, has 1,500 followers, but only follows 500. I'm going to assume this is like Instagram because it doesn't really sound like a Facebook thing. But anyway, she's posted some selfies every once in a while, like every few months, but she'll also post quotes, scenery, etc. every once in a while. My issue is not in the single year that we've been together has she posted a picture of us together. She has posted a picture of us together on her Insta story like twice, but that disappears after like 24 hours. I brought this up to her, and she said, until we're more solid, she's not posting pics of us. And then in parentheses, it says, we've been on and off quite a bit. She added that she's done the whole adding pics of her boyfriends before thing just to end up taking them down when they've broken up, and she doesn't want to do that because people get all in her business and know that a breakup has occurred. She ideally would want pictures up when she's engaged. I haven't posted any pictures of us either, but that's only because I'm following her lead. Okay, so this seems to be like a really big thing, but usually when I hear this, I hear it more from women, whereby women will say, oh, me and my boyfriend, we've been dating and he's not showing pictures. Is he cheating? Is he having the women on the side? Like, is he ashamed of me and stuff like that? So it's interesting hearing that coming from a guy. So I'm just going to tell you what my take is on this, okay? So I had a friend who got married I went to his wedding like 4 years ago. He's been married 4 years now. Prior to him getting married, he was dating this girl for like 2 or 3 years, like heavy. And at no time on his Facebook or Instagram page or any of his social media did I see any pictures of her. And then they got engaged. And I still didn't see any pictures of this girl on his page up until their wedding day when they got married. And when I asked him about it, I said, why I know you're dating somebody. We talked extensively. We've been friends since college. Like, what's the deal? And his basic philosophy was that he didn't want to have to go through the exercise of taking down any pictures if they broke up, and also of people knowing his business about who he was dating if it wasn't in fact a serious thing. Now, for a lot of people, that seriousness means until they get married, because if you think about it, regardless of if you're the boyfriend or the girlfriend, and I know people really like to add titles to things to make things sound like they're semi-official when there's still no ring involved. But ultimately, that's the point, is that until there is legit paperwork and a ring and a ceremony of some kind, you're really just dating. Like, even if you have the titles or you've been serious, you've been together for 5 years strong, but you're still just dating. And to this woman's point, like she said, if this goes away and she has to take those pictures down, that's a form of like social media embarrassment that a lot of people don't want to face. Real story, I had a former friend of mine who was dating this guy, put up all kinds of pictures about them together, putting best life and love life, and we're together and this and that, and they got married, and he had like 3 kids, and she had a kid, so they were posting like family pictures together, and oh, we're doing a great job, we're having, honeymoons, and we're going to build a business together, and this and that. And I had not talked to this friend in forever. Like, we haven't been friends since like 2013, but she was following another group of mine on Instagram that I had. And so, from time to time, just I'd be able to check out her page and see what's what. I remember I checked it out one day, and all the pictures of this dude and his kids were just gone. So even not having talked to her, I knew she got divorced because she'd been putting up pics of this dude for a few years, and all of a sudden, poof, gone. And I can imagine that probably had to be a very, very embarrassing thing. So, for you guys out there that are wondering, well, why isn't she posting pictures? Well, first of all, let's realize that in this day and age, the majority of women are probably going to post about their guy. That's just how it is. So unfortunately, what that means is that for the few that don't, they look like the oddities. Like, you might legit have a girl that just doesn't want to post pictures of any other guy she dates with her from now on. But because all these other girls are doing that, you're looking at it like, oh, this is a bad thing. She could be looking at it like, I've done that before, and the results for me weren't worth it. So until I get married, this ain't going to happen. And what I honestly feel is that guys need to stop being so butthurt. This is an example of something where I feel as though men over the years have started to take on more feminine style qualities. And one of those things is wanting to be the guy that's like, so why don't you have any pictures of me on social media, and don't I matter to you? The reality is that some people even this guy said she doesn't really post a whole lot. And a few times that she does, it's like quotes or occasional sample selfies here and there. But other than that, like, what's the point? Any girl that I date, for the most part, I make it a point to try to not be their friend on social media. Okay, real talk. Like, I'm not trying to have them be up in my business any extra than they already are when I'm seeing them in person, because there needs to be a little bit of mystery there. And especially being an introvert, like, you shouldn't even be caring at all how much, because her putting up pictures of you and her is putting your business out there. And as an introvert, most introverts don't want their business put out there like that. Like, they're usually legit, it's like, hey, keep this between me and you, or, oh, I'm doing a special thing for you. Not everybody else got to know about it. I ain't got to broadcast to the world that I exist. Just, I'm happy to be in your presence. If you choose to put a picture up, that's great. But that shouldn't be the thing you're looking for, because really, that is like bare line base of anything she needs to be doing. She needs to be showing you that she cares for you. She needs to be, accepting dates regularly. Ideally, you guys are communicating pretty well, or she's doing things for you, whether it's cooking for you, whether it's, taking you out occasionally on a date here and there. Those are the kind of things that are of bigger importance than whether or not she's showing you off. And she already gave you a deadline for when that would happen. If she and you get legit engaged and married, then she'll start posting up pictures of you. So as long as she's keeping true to her word on that, then in terms of right now, if she's doing all these other things right, and the thing that you're nitpicking at is that there's no pictures of you and her up on social media, then you really need to reanalyze, like, what your priority is for this relationship. And I know there's going to be some guys out there that are like, but dude, that's like important. Like, how can you say that's not an important thing? And it just isn't. Like, real talk. Because you can have a girl that is posting up all kinds of stuff about you and her, but have a secret dude on the side. So you're saying that she cares about you a whole lot because she's posting pictures up for you, versus, like, doing another dude on the side, or, talking about you behind your back, or she's not in her day-to-day doing things for you that shows that she legit cares. Like, be one of those guys that doesn't need to have all your business out there in the first place. Let you be a mystery to people in her life. There's no need to have something as benign as a picture up on a site to prove her undying care for you. It's just not necessary. So now, with that said, if that's something that is of importance to you, and you want to be mad about it, you have every right to feel however you feel about it. You just got to decide if that's going to be the ultimate thing that breaks you guys up. Like, if you're going to be like, well, you're not posting about me, so I'm out of here, then, again, that seems dumb to me, but to you, it might be the biggest thing in the world. So you got to decide for yourself if that's something that is, in fact, legit bugging you to the point where you're really having second thoughts about this relationship. But I'd say just let it go. If she's doing everything else right and treating you right, just let it go. Don't let this be the thing that's going to have you in your head about if she cares about you or not. If there's other things out there that she's doing that are more intense in terms of showing her like for you. So that's all I got. Hopefully this guy will hear this and be able to not be so hung up on social media. And that's the thing too. I just hate the fact that in this day and age, social media has become like the barometer, because there's so many, think about how many celebrities you see on social media that post like, oh, my honey bunny, oh, my love, and then like a week later, like, oh, we broke up. Yeah, we were having problems the whole time. So the whole time you were posting on social media with this person, you were actually fighting with them behind the scenes. Doesn't seem legit. Anyway, for more of these shows, you can go to introvertdatingsuccess.com. You can also go to iTunes and YouTube. If you go to iTunes with a 5-star review, if you go to YouTube, feel free to subscribe. Also, if you want to get access to these shows a week before they air anywhere else, become a patron by going to patreon.com/introvertdatingsuccess and supporting the show this way, and you'll have access to the shows a week before they're anywhere else. Also, if you'd like some one-on-one coaching advice from me, yours truly, Harry Wilmington, you can go to the website and click on the coaching tab, and you can sign up for a 50-minute coaching session. If you have questions you'd like answered on this particular show, you can write to me by going to the website, clicking on the contact tab, and sending me your message there. That's all I got. I'm Harry Wilmington. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I will catch you all on the next show. I'm out. Peace.